impressions of him? Maybe not even today, but maybe you got a chance to maybe watch him these last couple weeks on the ice. What are your takeaways from seeing him play out a lot?
He's a high-end player. He's got a lot of upside. It's an exciting move that we were able to sign him. Excited to see what he can do.
What's gonna allow him to crack this roster? You said he's offensively. It seems like he's right there. Maybe the defensive side, the two-way game is maybe. Is that going to be the key for him in the camp here, just to show he's ready for that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say just to do what he does. He's put a lot of good buddy work together in the OHL and started things off on the right foot and just continue to do that.
I was asking Colin Graff about this in regards to Michael. Just that, of course, it's hard for Colin to say if Michael is NHL ready or not, but ask Colin though, what's sort of the most NHL ready skills that Michael clearly has at the captain skates, and Colin cited his just his shot and also too just his sort of general ability to make plays, and is that a pretty fair assessment of how Michael has stood out so far?
I would have said playmaking. I think he can sees the ice well, knows where people are, can make plays through tight triangles and tight areas. That's a very transferable skill to the NHL.
I don't know how much control you have of, who's on these rosters and whatnot, but I think we're all a little surprised with Colin Graff being here. Is that something that maybe you said, I want a guy like that's a leader here? How come he was included in this, especially after the NHL experience he got last season?
Yeah, that happens above me.
What's it mean to have going off that, what's it mean to have a guy like that? I mean, 40 NHL games, he knows what he takes, he's put in the offseason work. How do you as a coach, I know it's just exhibition games, just kind of see how he interacts? What do you want to see out of him in that situation or that role, I guess?
Yeah, I want to see him lead the group, and I think, from his perspective, it's a good way to, and the whole team in general, we'll start off the camp, right? I know it's rookie camp, but it's still part of the training camp, and have an opportunity to kind of set the tone for the whole camp. And, for him, got a lot of experience last year, and I think, he coming in with the attitude that you're going to be the best player on the ice every day, which he will.
I think I ask you this every time we do one of these things, but it's been a couple months in development camp. I'm sure everybody's put in the work, the physical work, that sort of thing. But anybody stand out though? Just kind of,
Yeah, I mean, today was just a little warm up. They did their skate evaluation, and then we did a couple skill drills. Hard to say. Musty looked good, I thought.
Yeah.
Haltonen's shot stood out and looked good.
Yeah.
Graffer, but like I said, hard to say after it's a short skate.
What do you want to see this weekend? These couple of games, what do you look for in these environments? I guess.
Yeah, I want to see people that want to play the right way. They want to play on the inside. I want to see people play with energy, and then play for each other. I think that's important to go in. Guys, they're a team for those two games, and stick together.
I don't know I remember if you guys have done this in the past, but it's 3 groups of basically 8 guys.
Yeah.
Right. Is that different this year? And what's the
today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the benefits of having a smaller groups like this?
Yeah. It's great for back and forth. You have a little more time to get one-on-one, especially. We got enough coaches out there that they're running the drills, and you can pull a guy aside and work on something off to the side or whatever it is. But just developing a relationship with the guys, the smaller groups are an advantage there.
I just want to ask about a Barracuda question. Obviously Podorowski moves on, but do you kind of have an idea, and we'll see what happens in camp, but do you kind of have an idea who your centermen are going to be this year?
Well, like you said, we got to see what happens up top, and that's always a little bit of a guessing game until camp's over, but we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, but do you kind of have an idea, maybe I'm going to good work with this guy, with that guy, kind of thing? I mean,
I like to wait until the camp's over, because everybody has a chance to make the team, and
right.
Especially, it's important to make sure everybody's here with their mind making the NHL team, and then we'll adjust from there.
Right.
Is there sort of sense though with the Barracuda team this year though that you lost a lot of your kind of high-profile AHL veterans, that it could be a very young group kind of taking the reins this year and with a lot more maybe responsibility,
Yeah, it could, and it's a developmental league. That's the idea. Whoever's on our team will we'll tell the older guys to kind of show the younger guys how it's done, and guys will slot in, find their roles, and it's always that first month, 6 weeks of the season where guys are kind of everybody's unsure where they fit in, and it's our job to kind of sort the pieces from there.
Doesn't sound like it's getting implemented this year, but 19-year-olds in the AHL looks like it might become a thing next year. Somebody who's played a lot at the NHL, AHL level, now coaching. What are your thoughts on maybe a 19-year-old playing in a league against men like that? Do you think it's beneficial? What are your thoughts on it, I guess, and how do you think it will be effective in their development?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's if it's the right situation, I think it's great. If someone's proven what they can do at the junior level, it gives them an opportunity to come play at the pro level.
So you're not worried at all about the physicality. A lot of the guys, they come in and they play. It's that men's league. It's just something that you feel like if they're ready, they should do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would have to be kind of on an individual basis. Obviously, if somebody's underdeveloped physically, you wouldn't want to throw them into the fire like that. But that would be on the organization to kind of figure out if it's a good fit.
What did Chernishaw show you at the end of last year?
Good skater, size, strength, hard on the puck, exciting prospect, plays in straight lines.
Yeah. Where does his game go from here? What do you want to see next in terms of his development?
Yeah, I think it's important for him to, not only play the right way, but he's got to score goals. That's kind of what he's going to do. So, getting some opportunities from inside the dots in the scoring areas and converting on those opportunities.